What is happening, everyone? Arkham Fan 30 here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive The Winter Soldier figure. And starting out, this figure he stands about 6.5 inches tall, and he also comes with two accessories. He comes with his pistol, which is painted black and has like a brown handle and trigger guard. There's a little bit of detailing on the gun. Not sure how well that's coming out on the thing. I think it's focusing more on Bucky than the gun. There you go. You can kind of see it better. There's some nice detailing, but it's a little bland. And then he also comes with his knife, which is the same color style. It has good detailing, but same colors and not too different. Still, they both look pretty bland. At least he comes with accessories, though. But actually getting into the figure, I'm actually kind of disappointed. Starting off with the overall look, I think the likeness to Sebastian Stan, I think his name is, the guy who portrays the Winter Soldier in the Marvel movies, this figure has a very great likeness to him. It really does look like him. But the figure just has a cheap look to it. I mean, look at this. This is a non-working holster with a gun that's sculpted in there, and it looks crappy. It looks like crap. And also his uniform right here, it just looks cheap. Like, it looks like they didn't put any time or effort into the figure. I mean, don't get me wrong, like going down into the pants and especially on his arm, I mean, there's some very good detailing in this figure, especially looking at the face and all. But just this torso piece, it's so cheap looking and so, I hate it. And I'll get into my biggest gripe here in a second, but overall, the likeness and the sculpt is decent. The likeness is there. The sculpt of the figure it needs to be worked on. Like, this is not a $20 figure. This feels more like a Dollar Tree quality figure in some areas, mainly in this area right here. I'll get into that later on, mainly because of that. But anyways, just going around, like the paint on the arm looks nice, like especially on the star. It's really nicely painted. It's crisp, clean, and it looks very good. And I like the black wash of paint they put on the arm. It adds a lot of good detailing. Like, this is probably the best part of the figure besides the head sculpt, is the arm. I mean, it looks very good. It's just the rest of the figure doesn't complement the good parts. And going onto this side, I mean, it looks good on this arm right here, and then going down to the legs. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the legs are a little too long. I feel like they shouldn't be. I don't know, that might just be me, but at first glance I thought the legs were too long, but looking through the camera, they actually look decently sized. Another complaint I have with this figure is that he's very hard to stand up. Like, I mean, I finally got him to stand up, but like, not only that, like, not only is it hard to get him to balance, stand up, and everything, he can't even hold his accessories well enough. Like, he has trigger fingers on both hands, but his the handle on the gun is like too thick or whatever, and it's just, you have to force it in there. And even whenever you get it in, where'd it go? Even whenever you get it in, if I can, it just looks awkward. It just pops out. I mean, yeah, true, you could possibly get some like hot water and boil the hand to the way you want it, to kind of get it to open up a little bit more, where he can actually hold his weapon, but you just can't get it. And same on the other hand as well. It's, you know, it's too much of a pain. And whenever he can hold it, but it's like all crooked and doesn't look good. And then his knife, he can hold a little bit better, or at least I could get him to hold it a few minutes ago, but I guess not anymore. Come on, there we go. He can hold it in that hand. That's it. Now, going into the articulation, his head looks up pretty good. It looks down decently. It looks left to right. It does pivot back a little bit from side to side. His arms do rotate a little over 90 degrees. They do rotate all the way. He has a cut right here above the bicep. He has a double jointed elbow. He has a hinge at the wrist. He also rotates at the wrist. Now this is the part that really aggravates me. This piece right here, this ab crunch. Look at that. Look at that. Where's his back? Where's the other part of his back? That is so ugly. And I just feel like Hasbro didn't even try with this figure. That is just ridiculous. A figure in 2016 that we're paying $20 for, that is unacceptable. It looks ugly. It looks, ugh. And even going back, I mean, it doesn't look as bad, but you can still notice there's like a huge gap right here between his abs and his chest. But, oh my God, why? Why did they even release this figure if it's not even going to be good? But anyways, he does have a rotation at the waist. He can spread his legs open that far. He can kick out just a little bit, not too far. He can kick back and out just a little bit. He has a cut right here at the thigh. He has a double jointed knee. He has nothing at the ankle. He can move his foot all the way down, not anything up, and he does have ankle pivot. That's it for this figure. Overall, my final thoughts, this is probably like one of my least favorite figures of the year. I mean, and it's a shame too. I mean, that head sculpt, this arm, I mean, this figure has some redeeming qualities about it. It's just, it's so cheap looking and feeling. And this right here, I mean, we don't even have weapon storage. And the weapons, number one, he can't hold the weapons. Number two, he has nowhere to even put the weapons. So you're left with having to force the weapons into his hands. I mean, they could have, why is this here? It looks so fake, cheesy, crappy. I don't even know why. Like, it's just, I've seen I know that there was a Winter Soldier figure for the Winter Soldier movie line. Pick that one up. I honestly don't have it, but pick that one up. I'm sure that one is like 20 times better than this one. Pass on this figure. Get the older one, because this one is just a piece of crap. So overall, I mean, I'm going to have to give this a C-. It's 72 out of 100. I mean, it gets a 72 just because the paint on it is good. The lightness is good. I mean, there's some redeeming qualities of it, and that's what's keeping it at a kind of passable grade. I mean, almost borderline C, D, whatever. 72, it's a C-. I feel like it deserves that grade. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this review, rant, whatever you want to call it, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.